Platformers have existed for well over 30 years now, with the genre including some of the very best video games of all time. However, a little game called Celeste might just be the best platformer there ever was. And the irony is that it just came out. What are the odds of that happening? When is the last time you played a platformer and thought, wow, this changes the game? Super Mario Bros. Was one of the first games to feature scrolling screens and multiple worlds. Super Mario World is just a timeless classic that took everything from the first 3 games and created a masterpiece. Super Meat Boy introduced twitchy gameplay and a hardcore difficulty level. There have been other platformers which have left their mark over the years, but Celeste does something that to my knowledge has never been done before in platformers. Tight controls and wonderful levels with an actual storyline that can rival any game regardless of genre. You heard that right. Celeste, a platformer, has a story. And it's not about a princess who needs rescuing. The plot of Celeste is actually better than 99% of video games that get released every day. It's right near the top. It's also not told by 20-minute cutscenes, but rather by some expertly crafted dialogue between fascinating characters and beautiful environments. Playing the game sometimes without any hint of text tells a better story than most RPGs do with their lengthy videos and cutscenes that never seem to end. Another aspect crucial to the story is the game's difficulty. Celeste is brutal. It might even seem impossible at times, but it's all part of the journey. Climbing a mountain is one of the hardest achievements possible for a human being, but for some, so is mental health. Most are never actually able to surmount the mountain, whether it's an actual mountain or an anxiety issue. Once you finally do complete Celeste, it feels like an accomplishment and the reward is that much greater. Celeste does have a cleverly designed assist mode built in to help people who can't handle difficulty. It does warn you that enabling the assist mode makes the game less enjoyable, but it's there nonetheless if you need it. I'd personally recommend holding off on turning it on unless you feel like it's the only way for you to play the game. Part of the charm of the game is to surmount those challenges, and with assist mode it's doubtful you'll get the full experience. The game is composed of 8 worlds and every single one of them is different and introduce a gimmick, if you will. For example, the 4th level introduces wine elements that make jumping over pits that much harder. The 2nd level ends with you being chased by your own shadow and forces you to act fast. Every level is different and helps keep the game fresh and enjoyable. Maybe the only criticism I have with Celeste is that some of the later levels seem to last a bit too long. Still, having said that, maybe it wouldn't work as well without those extra minutes of gameplay either. Celeste has plenty to offer for those out there that are completionists. Each level has a variety of strawberries for you to find that are hilariously hard to get. There's also a cassette tape hidden into every level that unlocks B-sides. Those are basically extra hard variants to the same level it's based on. And when I mean extra hard, I mean that the first B-side you encounter is about as difficult or even harder than the final level of the game. Celeste is a masterpiece. A game that you see once every decade, if not more. There's so much to love about this that I could go on forever. I've purposely kept some of the secrets out of this review to make sure not to spoil too much of the actual game. I cannot think of one single reason why you should not purchase this game. It belongs with the Mario Brothers and the Mega Mans of this world. Celeste is simply a must-own and one of the very best games available on the Switch.